Right, so a lot of you guys have said you agree a protest is in order, so it looks like that's where we're going. I know nothing about protests, so if any of you guys want to put forward suggestions in the comments below, or email me, or even help with organising this protest, I'd gladly use your help. I ask you guys just to take a few minutes to like and subscribe to the channel. About 80% of you are not subscribed, and try and watch the video all the way through, because that helps the YouTube algorithm, and it'll get the video seen to a wider audience. Also leave a comment if you can, please. Just a small little request that helps the channel grow. Thanks. I've done my bit. So now this is where you guys need to do yours. This is what I suggest. We have a protest on Morecambe Prom and surrounding area. I'm not going to say we do a march, because if we do a march we have to give 6 days notice to the police and council. So we're not going to do a march, or not an official march anyway. What I suggest is that we all meet up on the prom. We all put our banners up saying that we object to the parking bans and the discrimination to camper van motorhome owners. I'd also suggest that we all write a letter, and that letter is to the local councillor who put forward, Margaret, is it Patterson, I think? I'll put her details below. I'm going to suggest that we all write a letter to her saying that we object to the council's proposals to ban parking on the prom, and that we all handwrite this letter and take it to her house, because I have her address. I'm not prepared to give it out on air. I suggest we do this on Facebook or something like that. Instagram, Facebook. I'll give you her address and you can write your thoughts to her. Keep them polite and sensible, and just say that you object to the idea. And by the way, Burnham-on-Sea in Somerset has also put forward plans to ban motorhome and camper van parking on their seafront now. That came out, I think, today. So it's up and down the country, countrywide, and I don't believe this is locals now. I've spoken to locals. I'm going to speak to a few more. Helen from Morecambe says that I didn't actually go to her and her house. I didn't knock on any residential houses, unfortunately, but I've messaged her and said I would gladly interview her and speak to her and put forward her thoughts. So yeah, up and down the country. I think this is a, what do you want to call it? Discrimination. It's just an attack on motorhome owners. They think that because we own a motorhome or camper van, we have a fortune to go and spend parking them everywhere we go. And that's not the case. A lot of us have bought motorhomes and camper vans to make holidaying in the UK cheap for us, not because we are loaded and have loads of money to give to councils to waste. So yeah, it looks like this this protest is going to go ahead. Put your thoughts, suggestions below in the description, either that or email me. And as I say, this is where you guys need to do your bit. If you don't, you're going to lose every place you've parked in the past. You're going to just lose them. They're going to shut down. You're going to be forced to go from campsite to campsite, and you won't have the views like this anymore. Maybe if you can't make it to Morecambe, you can protest in your local area to your local councillor. So this is where I am today. Had a lovely day today. Paul G and Denise has come to visit, and so has Mark from the YouTube community. So it's been really nice today, really good day, nice weather, nice visits, and I think that's the point in me giving out where I am, where I'm based. It gives you guys the opportunity to come along and have a chat. See, now this is what you're never going to get from a campsite, and this is what the council doesn't understand. It's not about just going somewhere to park your motorhome. It's about nature, outdoors, freedom, exploring and adventure. It's all of that. They just don't seem to get it, do they? Or do they, and they just don't care? Jealousy? Keep saying that, don't I? But I think that's part of the parcel. So yeah, let's get this protest moving then. Suggestions on dates, I'd suggest the 12th of April, because it needs to be close, because if we don't do something now, it'll be banned and it won't go back to how it was once the bans are put in place. So I don't know how fast the highways will move. The suggestions have already been sent in from the council, so they've moved forward on their ideas of putting the bans in place. So we need to start putting our suggestions forward. So let's make it soon. 12th of April, can you all make that? If not, suggest a better date. Either email in the description below, tell me what you think. So I've also contacted Lidl, of all people, because I don't know if you guys know, but in Europe, Lidl run a heirs scheme in their car parks. If you shop in Lidl, they give you free parking overnight for one night. So I've contacted Lidl and asked them if there's any plans of any such scheme in the UK, which they've said there isn't any scheme at the moment. So I've asked who I speak to about bringing in such a scheme, because I think that is a fantastic idea for people moving around the country. If you could just do a little bit of shopping in Lidl and get to park for free for the night, that'd be ideal. I might even be able to talk them into putting some waste dumps in and water facilities, which will be fantastic, wouldn't it? Now that's the sort of way we need to be moving forward. The idea that heirs in Britain should be charged an extortionate rate because nothing is free in the UK. Why not? Why isn't anything free? Why does everything except walking your dog have to have a huge fee to it, a charge? What is people's mentality behind everything must be paid for? It's just a government scam that gets you to fork out your hard-earned money to make their life easier so that they don't have to work. We work to fund their lifestyle, basically. And I think that needs to stop. Let's see what Lidl's got to say about that, and I will let you know what happens in the future. So yeah, as I said, I'll put the Burnham-on-Sea details below. You can have a read of that. Thanks again to Paul and Denise G for coming up and seeing me. Thanks to Mark, and sorry, don't mention it, but I've forgotten her name. I've forgotten your missus's name. Sorry, Mark. I think it begins with D, I know that. It can't be Denise again, can it? There can't be two Denises. Right, yeah, sorry. And I'd like to thank Peter Bell. Bell? Yes, I think it is Peter Bell, for buying us a tea. I was going to say a coffee there, but I don't drink coffee. Thank you, Peter, for buying us a tea. We'll get a treat, or get the dogs a treat with that. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, and thanks for supporting the channel. And by the way, I wanted to say that, yeah, there are no overnight parking signs here, but parking is when you leave your vehicle, and there's also no overnight camping signs here. But I'm not camping, am I? Because I don't have a tent. and camping refers to people in tents. So I've ignored the signs. I'm staying here again tonight, second night here. I'll be moving tomorrow though. So I'm going to go in, cook me dinner, steak and chips tonight. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one. Don't forget to leave those comments and your suggestions below.